Hi, it's Olivia, and you can find me on my channel, I Live Simone, and today I'm here again on the Epic Reads channel to share with you the October book haul. And I don't know about you, but the fall/spooky season is one of my favorite times to do any kind of reading, so I'm very excited to talk about these books today. So we are actually going to start this off with a graphic novel, and I love graphic novels, and this has made me realize I haven't read one in a minute, so I'm very excited to start off with Squad, which is by Maggie Tokuda-Hall, illustrated by Lisa Sturl. This story follows Becca, who is just starting at this new posh school, and you know, she thinks she's gonna go by unnoticed, but what do you know, the most popular girls end up taking a liking to her. They invite her into their pack, and they show her how they dress and act and what they do and whatnot, and she still can't believe her luck, and she also can't believe that they are werewolves. And I hope you're able to see on the cover, you know, behind the girls we have this outline of the werewolves, and on top of that we have a murder mystery because the boyfriend of one of the girls has been killed. So this is supposed to be Pretty Little Liars meets Teen Wolf. We have an LGBT friends to lovers romance, and even when you just go through the illustrations, they look very vibrant, very fun. So this also seems like a really good time to read a good spooky season read. Next we have Blackbirds in the Sky by the award-winning author Brandy Colbert, and I read, I think it was her debut novel, it's somewhere over there, called The Voting Booth. I thought it was cute and fun and very timely. It had a lot of commentary on voting in the United States, and this is now a nonfiction work all about the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, and that was obviously a huge dark mark in US history that often is kind of obscured and erased. She is trying to answer questions like, why did it happen, what exactly happened, and why is it that there's still it's still so many in the dark about this part of US history. So if you're interested at all about that event and its impact, this will definitely be the book for you. Next we have Everything Within and In Between by Nikki Barthelmess, and this follows our main character Ree and her deep and honest coming of age story growing up as a biracial Mexican American. So her grandma is a very strict woman, and her vision of the American dream also means not speaking Spanish, only speaking English, and our main character Ree Fernandez would just really she longs for her heritage, her language. Her mother disappeared when she was younger, so she also wants to connect with her mother. So you know this will be a heartfelt story with themes like family and race, identity, assimilation, and I feel like the cover really illustrates that, because if you look closely you could see all sorts of little things that are clearly like part of her identity, and I think it's really beautiful. Next we have The Color of Dragons by both R.A. Salvatore and Erica Lewis, and this is a standalone fantasy novel that is connected to the legend of Arthur and shows the origins of magic and the wizard Merlin. This is a standalone because while I love a good fantasy series, I also really love standalones and knowing that you have the whole story from beginning to end in one book. And this one follows Maggie, who is an apprentice trying to control her newfound magic powers, and she teams up with a dragon hunter named Griffin to spark a revolution in their kingdom. Next we have Jade Fire Gold by June C.L. Tan, and this is a debut fantasy novel that is inspired by Chinese mythology, and it's full of rich magic and a rich world and a slow burn enemies to lovers romance. In this story, the empire is on the brink of war. Our two main characters have fates that have kind of intertwined. One of them is trying to reclaim the throne, and the other is trying to unlock her kind of secret magical abilities, and this is supposed to be perfect for fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Girls of Paper and Fire, and A Song of Wraiths and Ruin. Next we have Any Sign of Life by Ray Carson, who is the New York Times bestselling author of the Girl of Fire and Thorn series, and this is a post-apocalyptic thriller where we have Paige, and she went to sleep trying to stave off the flu, and she wakes up and all of her family, her friends, the town, everyone in the world is gone. Her hometown is deserted, there's abandoned cars, there's scavenging birds, corpses. She doesn't understand why she survived, why it seems everybody in the world got sick all at once. And she's really just trying to remain hopeful and resilient and trying to survive in this world that she's woken up in. And she does come across a lone group of survivors, and that premise, the idea of going to sleep and waking up with everything gone, is so scary. You know, like I said, this is an apocalypse story, so this would also be really good for the spooky season, but it's also supposed to be a good story about friendship. You know, those lone survivors that she does find, those are all she has now, so definitely look out for this one too. And last, but as you know, certainly not least, we have Thronebreakers by Rebecca Coffindaffer, and this is a high-stakes, action-packed conclusion to the Crown Chasers duology. So now you've got a completed duology to binge, and I'm not going to give you too many details about this one since it is book 2, but book 1 does follow a deadly competition for the throne, and this is supposed to be really good for fans of The Hunger Games, for Three Dark Crowns, and Aurora Rising. So that is a wrap on all of the books for October, and of course, let me hold them up one last time so you can remember all the books that we talked about. And please let me know in the comments what you're reading, what you're looking forward to, if you're excited about any of the books that I talked about. Of course, if you want to get your hands on any of them, you can check out the links in the description, or maybe see if your local library has any. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your current or your next read, and I will see you in another video. Bye.